This is the Builder's Diary, episode 6. Hi guys, it's Rob. Welcome back to the Builder's Diary. It's now Monday morning. This is the week of Christmas, so I'm not quite sure how much content we'll actually get this week. Obviously we finish on the Tuesday, so I think there's a couple of days, and then there might be a few days in between Christmas and New Year where we've got some bits and bobs to do. So let's crack on. So just in these stores, just unloading some stuff out the van. There's no worse. Cold, damp, horrible morning, dark still, and you're unloading stuff out the van. Obviously, it's stuff that's been used on jobs that we've now finished with. So obviously we're starting to clear stuff away because the job's is close to ending. So it all has to come back here, you know what I mean, go on these shelves, all the bits and bobs that we've got. So Bip's just left. We've unloaded a load of planks and bits and bobs off the last job, off the job that we're on now. Just get rid of them, basically, get them all back to the yard. Yard's in a bit of a mess, needs a good sort out really. So, but he's just pulled on. He says there's something tapping on my van. It's like, for fuck's sake. It's like it all comes at once, doesn't it? But it's kind of, I've just gone in the back of the van and it's an absolute fucking pigsty after they've done the foreigner that they've done. So it's like, I'm getting to the point now where it's like, well, what do you want me to do? You don't look after them, you know what I mean? You start them cold, you know what I mean? Diesels obviously have got a heater on the heater plug. Never use it, crank it straight over. You know what I mean? They drive them cold, they don't give them a chance to warm up before they pull off. Diesel engines don't like that. And yeah, just don't really treat the van very well at all. They're always a mess, shit all over them. They eat in there as well when I'm continually telling them not to eat in the vans. So there's all bits of food everywhere and stuff like that, which is just unhygienic. But don't like to whinge, but you know, these are good lads. Imagine what bad lads would be like. It's just ingrained in people that when something's not theirs, you just don't look after it as well as you would if it was yours. And I'm not saying that that's everybody, because some people just look after stuff no matter what, but yeah, I think slightly younger generation as well, you know, lads still get looked after at home because they live with their mum and dads nowadays. Can't afford to move out like you could when I was younger. So yeah, it speaks for itself, doesn't it? But let's get up onto this job now. We've got to pick up these worktops for the customer. It's our good deed for the day. Like I say, still got to charge for it, unfortunately. You know, we're not a charity, we're kind of here to make money. As much as I like to help people out, still got a cost involved on it. So go and get them, pick them up, get up onto the job, and hopefully get some worktops on. But I've got a feeling that the sink she's now chose, because obviously we've had to change the sink because she had a composite worktop before where we could router out grooves for the drainer. Now she's got a chipboard worktop, which we can't do that. So I've got a feeling that the sink that she's got isn't any good, and she sent a link over the weekend about one that she's thinking of ordering, which was pretty much exactly the same. So I've got to get up there and get this across to her and try and sort that out. Obviously she expected me to sort that out with her on Sunday, but I can't give customers every second of my life, are you with me? Because I'd have no life, no private life. You know what I mean? I was talking in the last video about giving them almost permission to interrupt your life when you're texting them at night time when they're home from work. I'm sorry, but I'm not about to let someone to have me Sunday as well. It's the only one day of the week where I get to myself, and even then I end up working. So right, let's get up on this job. Right, so just had a call off Ben. He's gone to the tip, so it's the waste company that we use. Not going to name them, because obviously we've got a relationship with them, but not happy because they've not informed us that they're closed. So we've now got a truck absolutely chocker with waste from this kitchen that we intended tipping this morning so as we could pick up the materials. Obviously it's only the 22nd and they closed already, which is like ridiculous. I'm sure we've got at least another working day, if not a couple. So who's that? Someone's peeping at me. I don't even know who it is. It's the vans. We're quite well known in this area, Greenwood are, even though we're only a small concern, and I get it all the time. Sometimes it's the builder investor thing as well. People just peep at me and I haven't got a clue who they are, but it's nice, you know what I mean? It's kind of, I probably do, to be honest. If I probably got out and saw who it was, I'd know him. But yeah, where was I? So yeah, basically we've got a van, well, a pickup full of rubbish that we can't get rid of now till after Christmas. So if you supply skips and waste to us, then cheers for letting us know. I'm not going to name you.
I'll be back in a minute, just so you know.
Cheers, mate. Bep to the rescue again. Picking the worktops up because Wixies can't get them here.
What would you do without me, eh, Rob? Be lost.
So, just picked up some sandwiches for the lads, seeing as it's Christmas. So, sometimes you just have to do these little nice things. Just keeps the lads on side, makes them feel valued as well, you know what I mean? And it doesn't cost much, you know what I mean? 15 quid, 20, 10 quid, something like that for a few sandwiches. So let's get them over to them and then let's get these worktops on now. Would appear, after traipsing around pretty much the whole of Stoke-on-Trent this morning to pick up these worktops, that it was for nothing because they've got to go back because she doesn't particularly like them. So she's decided just to wait till after Christmas, even though we were trying to push just to get her some kind of kitchen for over Christmas, because we felt sorry for her. But yeah, unfortunately she doesn't like them. She now wants to wait, so those have got to go back. So Bip's not too happy because, like I say, he spent all morning running around trying to pick them up from different Howdens branches. So yeah, they've got to go back now. So we're just trying to get the appliances just in the spaces, not fitted, but in the spaces ready to go when we've got the worktops, only to find out that the dishwasher there won't go far enough back because of the fact that we've got a sink next to it which needs a waste. So the waste has to run around the back of the dishwasher and it's pushing the dishwasher too far out, so it won't go back flush. So Wix, anyone that works for Wix, if you're watching, honestly, you should hang your head in shame. This is disgusting to the point where it's got, you know, it's almost laughable. It's like basic things like I could see that was going to happen. You know, when we were putting the waste across, I'm thinking, I'm sure there's an appliance here. Badly designed. She's decided that she now wants granite worktops. To be honest, it's fair enough, you know what I mean? She's waited this long for the kitchen, she might as well have what she wants. So she's ordered them now, but she's going to have Howdens fitter basically come and do the jig. Someone revving the nuts off in the car. Basically come in template, jig out, and then obviously send off, get them measured up and fitted. So that leaves us now worked up till New Year, so we're not going to be back tomorrow. So happy Christmas and all that lark. What do you say? Happy Christmas, Bip?
Merry Christmas.
About you, man?
Merry Christmas.
See you in a bit from Greenwood.
See you in the pub.
Just driving back now to the office. We've done all we can, I think, pretty much at Daisy Bank until those worktops turn up. Been an absolute nightmare, haven't they? So it costs us so much in time just messing about And obviously we can't do that for nothing, are you with me? So it has to be chargeable to the client, which I've explained this to her. She's totally understanding, but sometimes you just feel bad because it's not her fault, are you with me? It's Wix's fault. And they're the bad people in this situation, basically. But we can't be, you know what I mean, footing it, because that's what sends companies bump. You know, they do variations and things like that, changes, and they don't charge accordingly. And obviously that catches up with you eventually. So yeah, that's why we have to be kind of truthful with her and let her know exactly, you know, what she's going to be paying up front. We've done her a few favours as well. Obviously we've just temporarily piped the washer up for her, so at least she's got a washing machine over Christmas, but she hasn't actually got a working kitchen, which I feel really bad for, although it's nothing to do with us, are you with me? It's purely down to the fact that, you know, she ordered her own kitchen against what we advised, and yeah, it all went wrong. So yeah, but you know, 99% of it's done. We've just got to get back, fit the worktops, and then, you know, all the appliances that are screwed up to the worktop, or things like the sink and that needs to be piped in. So yeah, 99% is probably a bit optimistic. Let's say 95%. But literally just driving back, and I've just had a phone call from our gas fitter, and he's just reminded me that we've got a service tomorrow on one of the properties that we own. It's a small buy-to-let that we own. We've owned it for about probably just over 12 months, maybe a bit longer. So it's, you know, it was due at a boiler service a few months back, but it's just been absolutely crazy because it's winter, so everyone turns the heating on, so that's when gas fitters get really busy. So, but he can fit it in tomorrow, which is a godsend for me, but you know, it's the day before Christmas Eve. So I thought we'd finished today, but no, I'll be in tomorrow to sort that out as well. I could just give him a key and he'll let himself in. I do trust him, but I'd much rather, you know, the tenants can't be there because they're working. I'd much rather go and open the door myself, because if anyone's accused of anything going missing, then I was there. So yeah, so got to go meet the plumber to do that, and then I've just had a look on our CRM, and it's just identified that Ben's pickup truck, the MOT runs out on the 29th of December. What a day for the MOT to run out. So I now need to get on the phone to our mechanic. Times like this, when you're running vehicles, I wish, like Chris from Every Trade has, he's got his own mechanic in-house. Obviously I don't think we've got enough work to do that because we've only got 4 vehicles. So, but imagine having your own mechanic you could just call on and say, you know, got an MOT, needs sorting, straight away. But yeah, 29th of December for an MOT. But yeah, I need to get that sorted as well, and then that's it, that's us done for Christmas. Obviously we've got Christmas in between that. 29th of December is New Year's Eve, or the day before New Year's Eve. But yeah, need to get those few issues sorted, and then I can relax. But happy Christmas, guys. There will be a video coming out on the Sunday. I've stuck to it and I've said I'm going to be consistent, so that's exactly what I'm going to do. So got back to the office only to be met with an ace surprise. So this never gets old, guys, regardless of how long you've been in the industry, how many jobs you've done, you know what I mean, what kind of job it is. Getting a good review for your work, or for the work that the lads have done on your behalf, or you know, both of us, all of us, we're a team basically, you know. But getting that review, it never gets old. It's amazing. So Louise, our customer basically up at Daisy Bank, she's basically given us a review for the extension, the works for the kitchen, tiling, you know, the little extra bits that she's asked us to do, or a separate job basically. So I've asked her if she could sort us the review out, because we do Google reviews for the extension, and I got back and it's just popped up in my emails that she just sent the review. Take a look at this, looks amazing, really good. So It says, definitely recommend, really good communication from the first interaction to the end of the build. Guys on site, really friendly, always felt comfortable with them around, no nipping off to other jobs, came every day and did what they said they would do. Any queries answered, straightforward experience, professional company, would use again, already had compliments on the work they have done. Very happy. So doesn't come better than that. Obviously we've replied below, but yeah, kind of makes it all worthwhile, and gives you that bit of validation. But it also helps massively with your Google profile. So you get regular reviews. It helps the algorithm push your profile out further in front of future customers. So win-win. Morning guys, it's Tuesday. So I've been woken up this morning by a phone call and also a text message regarding one of the vans. So I think it's BIP, because one of the vans has basically been left in the town centre last night behind a bar, blocking about 4 car parking spaces. People have turned up for work today and can't park in their spaces. They're not very happy, can't get hold of BIP. Obviously went for a beer last night after work and he's left his bloody van in the town centre, which I'm not too pleased about, but can't get hold of him now because we're now technically finished work. Well, they have, I haven't. So again, another one of the issues you get with vans, you know what I mean? Especially when they sign it and you've got your phone number on the side of them. So, but yeah, I have to try and sort that out. I have to nip round to his house if I can't get hold of him. And then obviously we've got to meet the gas man over on one of the properties that we own. Might be able to get a bit of footage, but it is tenanted, so I can't really show a lot of their stuff, if you're with me, but we might be able to get something. He's going to do a service on the boiler on that one for me. We've just got to let him in. What else have we got? Need to do a bit of Christmas shopping. It's Christmas Eve tomorrow and I haven't even done any of mine. To be fair, the wife takes care of most of it, as probably most wives do, you know what I mean? I wouldn't be left to do it because she wouldn't be happy with what I got. But yeah, still got to get her something, got to get my mum something, and just a few others, mum's fallow and my nan and things like that. But I'll go out and do a bit. I'll do a power shop. To be honest, I don't agree with a lot of it. A lot of it's wasted money. I'd much rather give them something later on in the year that they actually need and want. Are you with me? I'm that kind of person that kind of wants to buy things for people when they need them, not just for the sake of it kind of thing, which I think commercialised. Christmas is very commercialised now, isn't it? So it's all about, let's see who can buy someone the most expensive, lavish presents going just for keeping up appearances. But yeah, less about Christmas. The Grinch, I am the Grinch. But yeah, got a few things in here I need to tidy up. CIS return needs doing. It needs doing over the Christmas break, but I don't want to be doing it then, so I'd rather just get it done now, get that paid. Yeah, and just tidy a few things up. And then I'm not working tomorrow, I've decided. I was going to. I've got some work to do at home, in the office. If you have a quick look here, just turn the camera around. So obviously you can see our office, it's got its own door that comes in, so as people don't have to come through basically my house, because this is part of my house. This was a garage at some point, and it was knocked down, flattened. We built this and an extension. But if you come through here, obviously that bit goes into my house, which, yeah, forget the mess because we're decorating in here in a minute. And then I've literally just, we've put all this flooring down, and I'm just in the process of putting a bathroom in here. So it's basically whoever comes and works in that desk eventually has got a working toilet. That door, basically. So obviously the floor's gone all the way through and we've been decorating the hallway. But this door basically blocks. So whoever's working has got access to a toilet, but they can't get into my house. Obviously, it's not as flashy as a lot of people's offices. You know what I mean? It's nice in here. We've got everything we need. And And then we have, you know, because my garden's absolutely humongous, that's why we did this. We've got storage down the garden for all of the plant and stuff like that. So it just kind of keeps costs low in a time when we don't really want massive overheads. So plus, it's just easy, you know, it's quite easy for me to do. Basically come down in the morning, straight in the office. I can nip in the house and grab some dinner and stuff like that. You know, it works really well for me. The only problem it does pose is because literally my living room's in there. If there's an issue sometimes, I'm only too quick to just jump in the office to sort it out when I shouldn't really be working, when I'm having my own downtime. So that's one thing I suffer with at the minute. It's like sectioning away work time and personal time, you know what I mean? They kind of cross over one another. But right, let's get on with some stuff now. I'm going to ring the plumber now, see what time he's heading up there, and like I say, get that CIS return done and a few other bits, bit of project management ready for when we get back in January, make sure everything's set up. Something that I like to do, obviously we've got our CRM here, so we've got like a bit of a pipeline funnel type thing, where, you know, leads come in at the top, they get qualified, they drop down to quotes get sent out, and then there's a box where quotes have been sent, and once they have been sent, it then gives us a prompt to basically follow up on that quote, because it's something that builders just don't do. They don't follow up on the quotes once they've sent them out, you know what I mean? They'll send them out via an email, it's a bit cold, so there's no interaction from the actual builder, whereas we will send them out. When we send them out, we either follow it up with a phone call straight away or a text message or something to make sure that it gets to where it's supposed to be going, and we'll offer to basically either do it via a call or come round to their property and basically go through the quote line by line. But something we like to do after that is, after so many days, it's normally about 20 days, something like that, we like to follow up, so give them a call just to ask them if they've had any other thoughts, have they got any more questions, just to try and prompt them really, to try and get the job booked in. So it does work. Some instances they do get a bit peed off because you're calling them, but we don't overdo it, you know what I mean? But it's something that I like to do, and it's something that I'm about to do now. There's a couple in, I think there's 2 or 3 quotes that have gone out recently. Just want to pick up on them, just call them and see if they've got any questions, and see if we can actually get that job booked in. So let's get that done now. So, don't normally do this, but coming through the McDonald's drive-through, haven't been here for ages, but it's convenient, isn't it? Cheers. So yeah, just grabbing something quick to eat, because got a lot to do today. Just finished in the office, now gonna go buy some Christmas presents, and then wait for the call from the plumber, go and meet electrician's just phoned me, he's actually in today finishing up, so get things sorted. Cheers, thank you. Cheers, thank you. Merry Christmas. So, one thing I really love about Christmas is it is a proper break for us builders, because of the fact that everybody stops, so the phone stops ringing, inquiries stop, which is kind of a good thing and a bad thing, but you know, everything just stops and you just get a bit of peace and quiet, and it's basically, I mean, whereas if you go on holiday, it doesn't stop. Hang on, I got a call from Bip. So that was Bip on the phone, been to pick the van up. Not that happy with him, to be fair. So, love Bep, he's a great lad. Really hard worker. Good at his job. Funny as well. Get on really well with him. It's kind of like, he's almost like a son, because he's been with me since he was a kid. But he does silly things sometimes, and I've just said, why have you left the van in the town centre overnight? Obviously got the tools and stuff like that, and I'm not happy about that. And he's like, I know it's a bad decision, I'm sorry mate. At least he held his hands up. But yeah, he's basically ringing me saying the van's now blocked in, I can't get it out. It's like, well, that's your fault. So luckily I've got the phone number of the person that's ringing me, telling me where it was. So I've just called them and told them to come out to him. So hopefully that's now sorted. But yeah, I'll finish my dinner now and have my chips and my burger. Yeah, so what I was basically saying before he just called me Bep was, unlike, when you go on holiday, you might have 2 weeks abroad or something like that, everyone else is still going at it while you're away, so you still get phone calls, you know what I mean, there's still problems that arise, jobs are still happening, whereas Christmas, everyone stops. So the calls stop, the inquiries stop, the problems stop, and it's a genuine break, you know what I mean? That's what I love about it. That and the food. I love the food, but yeah, it's just, the old commercialised part of it, like now I'm going to go and buy presents. I know I'm going to be buying something that they don't really want, you know what I mean? It's just this buying it for the sake of it. But it is what it is, isn't it? So, but yeah, I just love that feeling of no one's going to call me, and you know what I mean, because as much as I love, you know what I mean, I belong in this industry because I'm very much a problem solver, and that's what the construction industry is. You're basically solving problems all of the time, and generally when my phone rings, you know what I mean, it rings because one of the lads on site can't deal with something, an architect's got a problem, a solicitor's got a problem, a tenant has got, you know what I mean, it's generally a problem when my phone rings, and that's my job really, is solving problems and moving things forward. So just to get that break, you know what I mean, bit of time to myself without those problems, even though I kind of enjoy being immersed in that. So just about to give up because it's like 3:15. I thought, fuck it, that's it now, that's the end of the day. He's obviously not going to call, but plumber's just called, so I better jump in my van now and head over there, because he says I can do it now or do it tomorrow. No one wants to boil the servicing on a Christmas Eve, do they? So better get over there now, get it done, because otherwise if I wait till after Christmas it'll be like probably a month, and obviously needs service. So get over there now, get that done, and then that is it for me. I am done until the 5th of January. I'll still be on here doing some updates and letting people know what I'm up to, because I'll be in this office. So I'll see you in a bit. Yeah, we're here at this little house here. Hey, wait, it looks a bit patchy on that. It isn't, must be the camera. So yeah, this is a buy-to-let that I own with my business partner. We did this probably just over a year ago. Tenants moved straight in. We actually had, I think it was over 65 applicants when we put it on open rent. So inundated with applicants for people wanting to rent it. The people have been in it a year and they've just signed another 12-month contract to stay in it. We did that just before the Renters' Rights Act came in. So, but they love the place, they want to stay here forever, and they've asked about buying it and all sorts. So let's get in there now, get the boiler serviced. I'll see if I can get some footage inside, but as you can appreciate, it's got all their kit inside, you know, all their stuff, so I'm not going to show that on YouTube really. So, and I'll ask the plumber if we're alright. It helps cold. So that's the service now done. We're all good for another 12 months. No issues, pretty quick, in and out. So let's get back home now. Turn that down. Got a few little bits now to tidy up in the office, and that is me done for Christmas, I think. But famous last words, eh? Let's see if I end up back in that office doing stuff. So morning guys, it's Wednesday, which is basically Christmas Eve. So my wife has had to work. She works in a nursery, so she's basically gone to work. So I've decided I might as well take the time when it's quiet. I've got no lads phoning me or nothing like that. No customers phoning me, no suppliers phoning me. So I've decided to get in the office and basically get some project management sorted. So I'm trying to program out the next job in January, which is pretty much, it was already 90% done. So just basically crossing a few T's and dotting a few I's on that one. That one's now done. I've been in here a while. And then obviously we've got a couple of other jobs. We've got an extension which doesn't start till, when's the extension start? Around about mid-February. But I might as well get that planned out, sequenced. And then we've got a roof boot turn as well, a re-roof. So I wouldn't normally project manage, I wouldn't normally plan them out because they literally scaffold up, roof replacement, you know, check it over, scaffold down kind of thing. So they're pretty quick jobs, but I'm going to start sequencing those so as the lads have got something to go off so they know whether they're on schedule, which guarantees that we make money on them then. So these are the little things that I see I've got to tighten up on to try and keep profitability at the core of what we do here at Greenwood. Are you with me? So instead of being a tradesman and just making sure that everything's right for me or the lads on site, you know, as a tradesman, we're going to make sure that things are right to make profit. So that's what changes I'm trying to make. Obviously, guys, if you're in construction and you've made a real success of it and you feel like you can chip in here and, you know, give some suggestions, by all means, I am willing to learn. That's the whole reason I'm here on YouTube, is to try and push forward with this company, because it's, you know, I've been running a long time and it's not stagnated, but it's kind of stuck in one place. It's basically just earned me a wage. Are you with me? And I want to grow the company. So, but yeah, if you've already done that and you're watching for some reason and you've got suggestions, or, you know, get in touch, drop a comment, whatever. But yeah, we're going to get this finished now. I've got a few things on my to-do list as well that have just been on there forever, which they're not that important, you know, things to do, but they need sorting out. So I'm just trying to work my way through them just while it's all quiet. So yeah, let's crack on with that and see where we are. So that's me done for Christmas. It is Christmas Eve and it's like, you know, 3:30. So, but yeah, all done and dusted. I've basically planned out the next two jobs, which are going to start January. So we've got a loft conversion which starts on the 5th of January, which is pretty much the first day back. And then we've got a re-roof on a property which starts the second week in January. So that's all schemed out as well. Schemed? I've never heard that one before. That's a new one. So yeah, that's all sequenced out. So honestly, I need a break. I'm forgetting words and I was just speaking all sorts. But yeah, all done, tied up. But I have leveled the game up. So I've got an early Christmas present here. So we've basically got a DJI Osmo Pocket 3, which is going to level the game up. Most of the shooting that I've done so far for the Builder's Diary has been via my iPhone, which, don't get me wrong, this, you know, this new iPhone 16 or whatever it is I've got, the camera, especially the cinematic mode, is absolutely outstanding. So I still will use it. But no, this just levels the game up for, you know, the vlogging style and stuff like that. And then, you know, just getting smoother shots, better angles and what have you. But yeah, I've got a GoPro as well that I use generally, just set it up the corner for kind of time-lapse stuff. Don't really use it like for moving around, because GoPros it's an old one that I used for mountain biking, and they're not amazing for low light or the change of light. So if you're in really bright light and then go to dark light, GoPros just don't cope with that very well, especially the older ones. So yeah, but it's still a great camera. So, but we're all sorted now. We've got this little device, and I think it's going to be a bit of a game changer. Just been having a play with it, and seems really good. So I will see you after Christmas, guys. See you in a minute. So it's actually Saturday today. Forgot what day it was because it's been Christmas. Obviously, I haven't worked Christmas Day and didn't work Boxing Day rather. So although I did pop in here, got told off as well for it. But yeah, in here today, basically what we're doing is don't normally work a Saturday in the office. But we're trying to schedule all of the jobs. So if you look up on the board up here, so I don't know if you can see there, but up on that board we've basically got all the jobs. They've all been scheduled now. So we're basically trying to put like a timesheet as well as the job scheduling, so the lads know exactly which job they're on a week beforehand. So it gives them a bit more clarity, and hopefully the fact that they know what they're doing gives them something to aim for, so it gives them, you know, an idea of what needs to be done in that particular week. Are you with me? So yeah, just trying to get all this stuff. Basically, it's now, like I've said, Saturday, so we're due back in on the 5th, which it's the 27th today. I'm going to have to work tomorrow because 28th is payday. I could have got all of that done before Christmas, but I'd rather just do it on the 28th. It helps cash flow. Obviously keeps the money in my bank longer in case of anything going out, direct debits, things like that. So yeah, it's all... Christmas is a little bit up in the air within the building industry, are you with me? Normally big companies just shut down, pay runs done before they shut down, and then they carry on again as soon as they get back, are you with me? So, but yeah, I've just been trying to get a system. It gives me a bit of time to actually work on the systems and actually work on the business rather than just being firefighting all the time. So, like I said, we've put that scheduling together. We've made sure all the jobs are scheduled meticulously, literally right down to the hour, just to try and hold the lads accountable, give them some kind of, what you call them, bloody, it's like targets to stick to. And then hopefully if they keep on time with that, that makes the job more profitable. So, but yeah, let's crack on with that now. We're over here on this computer, get cracked on, get sorted, and then I need to get this video edited because again, it needs to go out on Sunday, which also falls on the 28th, which is also payday, so the lads are all going to need paying. So let's get on with that now. Basically, what I'm doing now is scheduling the lads basically next week's worth of work. So the idea is I'm going to do this every Friday from now on. Whereas before I was project managing the job, so they know what needs to be done on specific days, but they didn't know who was doing it, are you with me? Or which lad was, you know, supposed to be doing each task. So what we've done now is obviously, well, I'll show you very quickly. I'll just flip this camera around now if I can do that. So what we've got basically is in our project management software. So if we go to project management, we use monday.com. So let's take Nutton Lane, for instance. So what we do with that is we run through every task right from, you know, arranging the scaffold, setting up the site, measuring the steels, because obviously they need to be ordered. So they are set as milestones, if you look. So they need to be ordered up front. So the first thing we need to do once the scaffold's up is measure this steel so we can get it ordered. So, and they work the way through these, you know, order a skip, scaffolding goes up, strip the internals out, cut holes for pad stones, you know, you get the gist, right through to snagging and handover. and they've all got specific dates set to them. They've got a number of lads on that task. So say strip out insulation and internals ready to start the job. There's 2 lads on that. I've given them a duration of 2 days. Realistically, they probably only need a day, maybe a day and a half. So that's 4 total labour days there. So, and then it's dependent on the scaffold going up. So if we flip over to the Gantt chart for that, so if we look at the Gantt chart for Nutton Lane there, it all spans that out in a Gantt chart. If you look, just close that. So obviously you can see there that arranging the scaffold and measuring the steel have happened. That's already happened, are you with me? Because there's today's date, that blue line. So when we're back after Christmas on the 5th, first thing they'll need to do as a milestone is order the skip, and then we can get the scaffolding up, which is already arranged to go up on the 5th. And we basically work down these tasks here. These little lines are dependencies. So collect the steel and fit the steel can't happen because it's dependent on measuring the steel and ordering it. So if that's not done, this task can't happen. So if these things are dependent, are you with me? We can't start stripping the insulation out till the scaffolding's up, so that's dependent. So this gives us a view in which to work through, which is all very well and good, but how do we know now which lads are on these jobs? So what I've done, I've got one step further. We use Connect Teams, which is where the lads clock in and out via this time clock. So the lads there clock in and out. There's a map here. It tells me where they've clocked in, where they've clocked out. There's jobs set up, but that works in tangent with the job scheduling. So basically I can go in to a monthly view here with all of the lads that are, on this system, and then I can send them to specific jobs. We have our job list here, which those are all the jobs that we've got on. Some of those have expired, obviously. Those are old jobs. They shouldn't be there, I don't think. But I think if you try and choose one of them, if you try and choose one of them, it's expired. But those are the list of the jobs. We've all got a colour coordinated towards them. So the lads know, Ben knows now what he's doing for that whole week. So I've put him on Daisy Bank to finish the floor in the kitchen off, and then he's going to Pencle Road Thursday and Friday. Same with Ben, same with Tommy, same with Tyler. Corey, I'm just doing his now, sorting out, because I'm not sure what his availability is just yet. I need to send him a message. So basically that is how I'm trying to do it, and that is how I want to move forward, basically. So it's kind of, I think that's where I've been falling down, are you with me? Or the system's been falling down. So we've got a system in place, but it's had missing parts. So I'm hoping this gives the lads some kind of understanding, because we'll waste quite a lot of time Monday morning, the lads not understanding where it is they need to be. So, or they'll go to the wrong job or something like that. They can basically, in their phone, so if you look on their phone now, let's have a quick look on here. So if you go to there, I don't know if you can see it, but you can see the Connect Teams app there. So if they click on that, they can basically clock in and out, but they can see their schedule as well for the whole week. So I'm hoping it works really well. Obviously it's going to take a bit of time to train the lads on how we're going to use it, because the system itself can be amazing. If the lads don't know how to use it, then it's kind of a waste of time. So I need to do a bit of training with them, teach them how I want them to use it, and obviously they need to go back in through the project management software and tick off those jobs as they are doing them. And then if we do fall behind, I can see very easily where we're falling behind, possibly why we're falling behind, and address it. And that has a massive impact on productivity and then also profitability. So let's hope this works. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Obviously, albeit a very short one because it's been a short week. Obviously we've had Christmas, Boxing Day, and then obviously we're still not really back in work. I'm back in this office obviously, but that doesn't constitute a building site, does it? But yeah, I'm glad that you've come and watched. And again, I like to reiterate this on every video that I put out. If you could subscribe to the channel, you know what I mean, or give this video a like, any kind of interaction whatsoever, even a comment, even a thumbs down if you want to. You know what I mean? At least it gives me some kind of inkling whether you like the video or not. But yeah, any kind of interaction whatsoever, guys, is appreciated massively, because it helps the algorithm push that video out more to people like you that are watching it. So yeah, like I say, hope you've enjoyed the video. It's been great so far. You know what I mean? We've put 4 or 5 videos out and we've had quite a good response, albeit we've not had massive views yet, but we're building, you know what I mean? We're going to get there. These first few videos are obviously for the people that have been following me on Instagram and what have you. They've probably migrated over from there. So next step is to try and build a following now. So, but you know, I'm really grateful for you guys that have come over from there, that have supported me. So if you want to watch last week's video, have a look up there. And if you want to watch a video what you've not seen before, have a look up there. And if you do want to subscribe, guys, and it would be massive if you could, just have a quick look there. Cheers, guys. See you in a bit.